No, seriously, it'll be all good. I'll be laughing the head off.
I mean, do you still do a little bit?
A deadly, fiery crash shut down I-95 for hours. We'll tell you what officials now say happened just moments before several cars and semis burst into flames.
The family of an 8-year-old Marlboro County child found dead in a creek says they're still in shock. Coming up, I'll tell you when police believe that child was killed and placed in that creek.
And you may think you're a good boater, but when you hear what DNR officers say led to 3 crashes on the Intracoastal Waterway this weekend, you might consider a boating safety class.
You're watching ABC 15 News at 5.
Well, it may still be spring, but the hot summer-like temperatures have begun to creep into our area. You're looking live right now at our Garden City Sky Cam.
Yeah, let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Ed Pietrowski to find out just how hot it got today. Ed?
Well, many areas were up near 90 degrees, but no records were broken today. Here's a look at the actual high temperatures. 89 in Florence, 90 in Darlington, and low to mid 80s even along the immediate coast. Those numbers certainly well above average for this time of the year. And with the sun far from setting at this point of the day, it's still pretty hot out there. Upper 80s to low 90s across the PD and on the border belt. Nice breeze coming in off the ocean. Our temperatures right now not far from 80. Now, the dew points are up near 70 in Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach. That means it's a little more humid along the beaches, but it's really confined to right along the immediate coast. Dew points inland are in the 50s to around 60. So while it is hot, it's not like summer-like hot because of the fact the humidity is not outrageously high. Here's a live look from our Garden City camera. As you're heading out this evening, skies will be nice and clear. It'll be warm and dry. The temperatures falling into the mid-70s as we head through 11 o'clock. Then overnight under clear skies, it'll be warm, 65 to 70 for overnight lows. Coming up, I'll show you how many more days we have near 90 and when we have our next chance of a storm.
The family of 8-year-old Ayanna Lowry is still tonight trying to cope with her killing.
The family buried her mother Monday, and today, ABC 15's Tanya Brown talked with the child's relatives. She's live outside the Marlboro County Sheriff's Office. So, Tanya, what is the family saying tonight?
Trey, the family says they always thought that deputies would find Ayanna alive and well, and they tell me through it all, they never gave up hope. Deputies discovered Ayanna Lowry's body Sunday in a creek just outside of the McCall community in Marlboro County, more than a week after she was reported missing. The 8-year-old's family is beyond words.
In disbelief, I was so hurt and shocked to even think she was gone. I never gave up hope.
Arrest warrants say 32-year-old Juwanti Harrington killed Ayanna after kidnapping her from her home on Craig Circle in Bennettsville. The warrants say Harrington then dumped the child's body in the creek. It says Ayanna's DNA was found in the trunk of Harrington's car.
Painful. The situation is so hard for us. Because we just got buried our cousin, now her daughter. But why? That's my question, why? But I can't never question God. But for someone to take someone's life, I question why.
Harrington is also accused of killing Ayanna's mother, 36-year-old Ella Lowry, at her home before he kidnapped Ayanna. Bishop Christopher Brown of the Sword of Truth Ministries in Bennettsville has opened his doors to the community. He's offering grief counseling because so many are hurt by the tragic deaths.
Knowing that people right now, they're searching for answers, and they want to find a place to blame and to scream and to fuss and to express.
The church has a station where people can write letters and where children can draw pictures. Some of Ayanna's friends, I'm told, came in last night and drew pictures expressing their feelings and their grief. Now, coming up on ABC 15 News at 6, you'll learn more about this investigation and why Harrington is accused of armed robbery connected to those deaths. Live in Bennettsville, Tanya Brown, ABC 15 News.
All right, thank you, Tanya. Ayanna School District sent us a statement, quote, "Children are our most precious commodity, and it's a grave travesty to lose one."
Right now, the Robeson County Sheriff's Office is investigating the shooting death of 40-year-old David Mosley. Mosley was found shot to death yesterday on Oak Grove Church Road. That's in Lumberton. Tonight, witnesses are being interviewed. No arrests have been made. If you have any information, you're asked to call police.
A woman has died after a crash on Highway 22 in Horry County. The Highway Patrol responded to that wreck yesterday afternoon. The coroner says 19-year-old Shamiria Smith was the passenger in a car. She died at the hospital this morning. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow.
We are learning more tonight about that deadly crash on I-95 southbound in Robeson County yesterday that killed 5 people. It happened in a work zone where crews were painting the roadway. Highway Patrol says a tanker carrying gasoline approached the slowing traffic and hit a Dodge pickup truck. In a domino effect, the Dodge pickup rammed into an SUV, which hit another SUV, and then the tanker continued on uncontrolled, hitting a tractor trailer, which ran into another tractor trailer. The gasoline inside the tanker ignited, starting the fire that burned the vehicles. The driver of the tanker, 68-year-old Michael Elliott Bricker of Myrtle Beach, died. A family of 4 in that Dodge pickup truck initially hit by Bricker all died as well. They are from Goose Creek, and their names are listed here. 4 others remain hospitalized tonight.
Time now for ABC 15 News Ways on-time traffic. Sponsored by Johnny Gardner Law Group.
Drive around the Grand Strand right now, and you can tell it is the Spring Harley Rally. The bikes are out there, and just a reminder, traffic, especially along the south end of the Grand Strand, will be slow. As you can see, Highway 544 and Dick Pond Road, both very slow today from 707 connector all the way down to Highway 17. Also slowing down on 17 as you get towards Holmestown Road, and as we head south towards Murrells Inlet, very slow going there as well. So a reminder, you can join our Waze team. Just download the app, click on your profile picture, go to Teams, and select the ABC 15 traffic team.
Well, the number of you traveling by car for the Memorial Day holiday could hit a 12-year high this year. The increase is fueled by a growing economy and low gas prices. That's according to AAA. Experts predict 34.6 million people will be driving Memorial Day weekend. That's a 2.4% increase. That's 2.4% more compared to last year. The Memorial Day holiday period is defined as May 25th to the 29th. Now, right now, thousands of bikers are riding up and down the Grand Strand for the Spring Harley Rally, and more will come for the Atlantic Beach Bike Fest over Memorial Day weekend. Highway Patrol troopers want everyone to share the road, and to drivers, remember, motorcycles can easily disappear into blind spots, so be sure to look twice before switching lanes. We have some more safety precautions for you on our website. Just go to WPDE.com. Well, divers have recovered the body of a boater involved in a 2-boat collision on Lake Norman.
Fire crews found the body about 7:30 last night. They say the 2 boats collided around 11 p.m. on Monday near Blythe Landing. That's about 18 miles north of Charlotte. 3 people were hurt, 2 of them seriously. Authorities are investigating what caused those boats to collide. The Department of Natural Resources says they have seen a large number of boating crashes for this time of year. First Sergeant Kevin Pardue says they usually see a spike after Memorial Day weekend as more people head to the water for the summer. DNR responded to 3 serious wrecks along the Intracoastal Waterway just this past weekend.
People getting too close with jet skis, people getting too close with boats. It's common sense. And if you use your common sense, it'll help you out a lot.
Pardue says inexperience of boating safety contributed to some of these recent wrecks. He says South Carolina does not require boating safety courses for those over the age of 16. DNR will offer free boat inspections over Memorial Day weekend. The officers will make sure your boat has all of the proper safety equipment as well as boat and motor registration. Those inspections will take place at the Conway Marina Landing in Horry County from 10 until noon. That will be on Saturday, May 27th.
North Carolina U.S. Senator Thom Tillis is recovering tonight. He collapsed while running a 3-mile race in Washington, D.C. A race organizer says he suffered a seizure. The senator was taken to a hospital to be evaluated. He was alert when medical responders arrived. Senator Tillis later posted a video on his Twitter page saying he got overheated near the end of the race, and he says he's just fine. And tonight, South Carolina has a new cyber executive to help us with cybersecurity. Governor Henry McMaster hired Bruce C. Smalley for the job. The governor says Smalley will work closely with the state's critical infrastructure cybersecurity executive oversight group. Their goal is to protect South Carolinians from hackers.
More drama erupting in the White House tonight. The demands that are now coming from lawmakers about the latest accusations against President Donald Trump.
Yes, it is. No, that's first weather's over here only. Yeah,
Every time I do the 5, I come here and then I go there and then go back. No, you're right. Okay. I end here.
Right. Juliana, let's get you standing up here real quick so that you're in the right place. Oh, that's okay. How's that, Mike? Is this okay? I'll try. All right, I'll try to stay right about here. Yeah, they're over there right now. Can you put them over right next to that TV real quick, Kev? You guys, if whoever's going to stand there. Yeah, go ahead and talk real quick. Just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
She sound good? All right, you're good there? Yep, he's setting you up now. Just the mom. The son does not want to be on TV. Step to your left just a touch. How's that? That looks good. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go over there. And when they toss to me, I'll do the weather. Then I'll come back over here and I'll say, hey, JuliannaCritelli is here. She's a 4th grader at River Oaks Elementary School. And I'll say, welcome to ABC 15. We're glad you're here. Say thank you, blah, blah, blah. And
Okay.
then I'll say,
You're watching ABC 15 News at 5 with Allison Floyd, Trey Paul, and Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski.
Here's a look at your ABC 15 political headlines tonight. The White House is dealing with yet another scandal tonight. There are new allegations that President Donald Trump asked former FBI Director James Comey to shut down his investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Now, the White House is denying any wrongdoing, but lawmakers say they want to see some evidence. So, if the accusations are true, tonight the question remains, is it an obstruction of justice? Our chief political correspondent, Scott Thuman, shows us what lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are saying tonight.
The president ignoring questions. Did he tell then FBI Director Comey to let the investigation into Michael Flynn go? While he wasn't talking, plenty were, and labeling it possible obstruction of justice.
And what do you make when you hear some people using the word impeachment?
Way too premature. I really want the Senate Intelligence Committee to complete their work.
Legal experts differ on if the alleged request would have been criminal or impeachment worthy, though more action is on the way. Congressman Jason Chaffetz requested all notes and recordings of conversations between Comey and Trump within a week, or threatened subpoenas.
And I'm sure we're going to want to hear from Mr. Comey about why, if this happens as he allegedly describes, why didn't take action at the time. So there are a lot of unanswered questions. What I told our members is, now is the time to gather all the pertinent information.
Democrats say that's what they've tried to do, demanding but not receiving it.
The White House is obstructing our investigation and refusing to provide not a single document, not a single syllable. Zilch, nothing.
If Comey testifies, it could shed valuable light on what really happened in his private meeting with the president and why this supposed memo didn't surface back in February. So you've got multiple investigations underway here in Congress, calls for yet another involving a special prosecutor independent counsel, and then that push that seems to be growing by the hour to hear from James Comey himself. On Capitol Hill, I'm Scott Thuman.
Okay, this brings us to our question of the day. Who do you think has more credibility, President Donald Trump or former FBI Director James Comey? Just head to WPDE.com/question and let us know what you think. And just a reminder for you, the Sinclair Broadcast Group will host a Your Voice, Your Future roundtable discussion next Wednesday. The possible Russian connection will be discussed, as well as the termination of FBI Director Comey, health care, tax reform, and immigration. It starts at 7 p.m., and you can watch it live on WPDE.com.
First warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski.
Well, it's the middle of May, but it certainly feels more like the middle of summertime with temperatures up near 90 in many areas away from the immediate coast and crystal clear skies. Just a few clouds out there, otherwise mostly sunny skies during the course of the afternoon, and more of that is on the way. It really is a tale of two seasons across the United States. We've got the hot summer-like weather here in the southeast, but you jump to the other side of the front with cold air pouring into the Rocky Mountains. It's more like wintertime out here. They have winter storm watches and warnings of for as much as 3 feet of snow in the mountains in and around Denver. Now, that cold air is not getting here. In fact, these storm systems will be deflected to the north and west over the coming days, all because of this ridge of high pressure that will hang tough, and that's what's going to keep it well above average temperature-wise, not only today, but through Thursday, Friday, into Saturday, and probably into Sunday as well. You see this trough of low pressure right here. As that moves into our area on Monday, it will give us a better chance for some showers and storms and knock our temperatures back into the 80s. And we're only falling back into the 80s because of more cloud cover and a better chance for some showers and storms, not because we have cold air coming in anytime soon. All right, so let's take a look at tomorrow. Very, very similar to today, not far from 90 in many areas. I think the record will be safe in Florence, 96 set back in 1996, shooting for mid-80s along the immediate coast, and the record is 89 set back in 1995. So records won't fall, but temperatures will be well above average, mostly sunny skies. As we head through the daytime on Friday, another day very much like today. We're expecting highs not far from 90 inland, mid-80s at the beaches. No shot at the records. Those are pretty high, 98 in Florence in 1962 and 90 in 2001 for the beaches. Now, in terms of the comfort index, our Dew points overall, the measure of moisture in the atmosphere, around 60 away from the immediate coast today. We'll climb into the mid-60s as the week goes along, so still a bit more humid each day, certainly more humid on the beaches where the dew points will climb to right around 70. Eventually, that increase in moisture and approaching front will give us a better chance of a shower storm. Not on Saturday, still mostly sunny, hot and a bit humid, 84 in the beaches to 90 inland. Along the Grand Strand on Sunday, 83, and enough moisture around that a shower thunderstorm not out of the question. Probably sub 90 because of more cloud cover on Sunday. Now, we get into next week, and it does look like things will become a bit more unsettled, so a decent chance for some showers and storms on Monday. We could use the rain, 82. Only a slight chance on Tuesday. And then another system comes in with a chance of showers and storms on Wednesday. All right, inland, dry through Saturday, small chance of a storm Sunday, better chances as we head through the daytime on Monday. And then, of course, chances remain in the forecast for Tuesday, Wednesday with high temperatures mainly in the low to mid 80s. All right, folks, it's time for our Kidcaster, brought to you by Sonic. And joining us is JuliannaCritelli. She is a 4th grader at River Oaks Elementary School. Juliana, it's so great to have you here today.
Thank you.
And, you know, this isn't your first rodeo. You are in front of a camera quite a bit, right?
Yes.
Not here at ABC 15, but tell people what you do in school.
Well, I do the morning show at my school, and I edit the videos and I do the videos.
Very nice. And your teachers are watching, is that what I've heard? You think they're a little nervous right now?
Yes.
Maybe so, but she's doing wonderfully so far. You guys have taught her very, very well. Well, summertime is right around the corner. How many more days of school do you have?
10 days left.
Is that the most exciting thing you'll say all day, probably? Yes, you can't wait. So summertime's coming up. You said you have some big plans to go where?
To Florida.
Florida. And what are you going to do in Florida? What could possibly be in Florida that children like to go and see and do?
I want to go to Disney World, and I want to go to SeaWorld.
Very nice. Well, you hopefully will be able to do that this summer. Remember, it's hot and humid down there, okay? Are you ready to do the forecast with us?
Yeah.
So we still have another day of school tomorrow. For the school children at home, heading on the bus, getting a ride with mom and dad tomorrow. What's the weather going to be like bright and early tomorrow morning?
It's going to be 70 in the Grand Strand and 66 in inland, and you might want to wear short sleeves.
Right, because it's going to be pretty warm. Is there any rain?
No rain.
No rain. Okay, what about the afternoon as kids are coming home?
The Grand Strand is going to be 85, and the inland is going to be 91, and you still might want to wear short sleeves.
Right. Heavy jackets pretty much out of the question, right? Won't need an umbrella tomorrow, so that's fantastic. So as you get older and you go to high school and eventually go on to college, what is it you want to be when you grow up?
A meteorologist or a teacher.
Let me give you a little tip. Teacher, that's the greatest profession in the world. They really shape people like you and me as we get older. But meteorology, you get paid even when you're wrong. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty cool thing. All right, so you have some guests here, right? Your brother is here. He doesn't want to be on camera, but you have your mom here, right? There she is. So how do you think Juliana did?
Oh, she did awesome. I was so nervous for her.
It's one of those situations where the moms and dads and the rest of the family are typically more nervous than the child. Well, Juliana, you did a fantastic job. No doubt you've had training in this before, so good luck to you and have fun this summer. And I want you to look into the camera in there and say, back to you, Allison.
Back to you, Allison.
Thank you so much. Well, a student graduating from the University of Central Florida got a big surprise from one of her favorite stars. Ashley Silvers is a big Taylor Swift fan. She invited her to her graduation party. Taylor says she was not able to make it, but she sent Ashley flowers and a card. Ashley says she has been to 8 Taylor Swift concerts. The flowers and card were on prominent display during the party. It doesn't matter how big or small the victim is. Myrtle Beach firefighters say they will come to the rescue. We'll let you know who they rescued inside that hole.
I can hear you. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Make sure what you bring here, you take with you. I'll show
You're watching ABC 15 News at 5.
Here's a look at what's trending tonight. Firefighters, they do it all, really. Firefighters from Myrtle Beach Station 4, they rescued a baby duck from a drain in the Market Common area yesterday.
Yeah, the duck was found by a homeowner, and the Fire Rescue's Facebook page shows them working with animal control to save the duck. And we do want to tell you, mission accomplished. They saved the duck.
Good for them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Didn't cost him any bills to do that.
Oh, wow.
Stretch.
I thought it was funny, Ed.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
ABC has announced the first judge for the new version of American Idol.
Yeah, Katy Perry will be joining the panel. So far, she's the only one to be announced. We're working to learn who's going to host. American Idol is set to return early next year right here on ABC 15. I'm just curious if Ryan Seacrest is going to be able to pull this off.
Well, now he's with Kelly
Yeah.
Ripa and
Yeah.
on ABC, so
And his
that's
radio show and his hosting this and that. I mean, that man has more
Lot
jobs
going
than
on.
Ed Piotrowski.
But I did hear that you pulled your name out of the mix. Is that
Oh.
I
correct?
did. I withdrew.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
devote my time here at ABC 15.
Okay.
So.
You're the
Smart
Brian
man.
Dunkelman
That's
of
where
the new show.
Yeah, thank you for that, Allie. Well, some Coastal Carolina University students just got back from a trip of a lifetime, really.
Yeah, check out the pictures taken by the biology students. They were in the Bahamas. This was for a biology of sharks course. The marine science professor has taken his students to the islands for more than 20 years now.
They have a fantastic marine
Yes, they
biology
do.
program over there. My niece, not my niece, she's my cousin actually, graduated there and she has a PhD now in
Wow.
marine biology. And
Yeah, they're one of the premier
Absolutely.
schools in the world for marine biology. So
Those pictures are great.
yeah.
Fantastic. All right, weather-wise, it's going to feel like summertime here for the next couple of days. That's not changing, at least through Friday. We're expecting high temperatures in the mid-80s on the beaches. We'll be in the low 90s farther inland. Humidity up just a bit, but it won't feel like the middle of summertime. Nice and dry for the next several days. Small chance of a thunderstorm by the end of the weekend.
Make sure what you bring here, you take with you. I'll show you a photo that's been shared hundreds of times on Facebook and how it sparked an important conversation about keeping our beaches clean.
And we've got an important story for parents of young kids. We'll show you how toys are making it possible for hackers to access both you and your children's personal information.
Mic check. Yes. Weather quick hits. Weather quick hits. Let's see.
You're watching ABC 15 News at 5.
Looking at our top stories tonight, the family of 8-year-old Ayanna Lowry is still trying to cope with her killing. They just buried her mother on Monday. Police say Jawancy Harrington killed the little girl after kidnapping her from her home. He is also charged with murdering Ayanna's mother, Ella Lowry. Coming up tonight on ABC 15 News at 6, you'll learn more about the investigation in this case.
Investigators say that deadly crash on I-95 southbound in Robinson County yesterday killed 5 people and happened in a work zone. The Highway Patrol says a tanker approached the slowing traffic, hitting a pickup truck. Well, that caused a domino effect with several other cars and semis. We have a list of the victims, including one in our area, for you on WPDE.com. And millions of people come to the Grand Strand every year to see our beautiful beaches, but not everyone is keeping them beautiful.
A photo circulating on Facebook shows the mess a group of college students made in North Myrtle Beach. And new at 5:30 tonight, ABC 15's Sydney Glenn is working for you to find out how the city is keeping the beaches clean and the visitors in line. Sydney?
A Beach Patrol officer tells me that they told those students they had to clean up that mess, and they did. I spoke with the woman who took the photo, and she says while she's happy to hear that, it still bothers her about the disaster that they left behind. Trash cans line the beach of North Myrtle Beach. There are even extra ones out right now because of these big summer crowds. Trash is something Beach Patrol looks out for, because keeping the beaches clean keeps the tourists coming back. The officers are usually able to just remind people to pick up after themselves. But when they don't listen, they can be ticketed up to $1,000.
Just make them clean it up. Hey, guys, you got 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever, and hey, let's all get up. And as a group effort, collectively, let's collect all the trash and bring it to the trash can.
Lifeguards also work to remind people to throw away their trash and not leave anything behind. Coming up on ABC 15 News at 6, I'll show you how trash can hurt the sea turtles and the economy. Live in North Myrtle Beach, Sydney Glenn, ABC 15 News.
Thanks, Sydney. And the beach in North Myrtle Beach is cleaned every morning at 5 a.m.
Well, new bicycle lanes are coming. We were at a ribbon cutting ceremony earlier in Myrtle Beach, and that made it official. City leaders have been working on adding more bike lanes throughout the city for the past several years. They've also been trying to fill in any gaps on Ocean Boulevard. A city planner tells us up until now, the cycling lanes just ended at 72nd Avenue North.
We had bike lanes that came up Ocean Boulevard and ended at about 72nd Avenue, and then picked up again up at 82nd Avenue, and we have filled the gap so that people riding up Ocean Boulevard don't get to 72nd and say, oh my goodness, what do I do now?
Well, the city has also added new sidewalks to the same section to make Ocean Boulevard more pedestrian friendly.
Also, the calendar says it's the middle of May, but it feels more like the middle of summertime out there, minus the high humidity. Here's a look at the high temperatures today. No records were broken, but we did manage to make it close to 90 just about everywhere. The hot spots, Lumberton, Laurinburg, and Whiteville at 92, 91, and 91 respectively. Nice sea breeze and low 80s along the immediate coast. Still very warm to even hot out there. Many areas near 90 inland, right around 80 along the Grand Strand. Thankfully, the humidity isn't outrageously high. The dew points, which measure the moisture in the air, in the 50s to around 60 inland, so it's at least bearable for sure. A little bit higher down by the beaches, but again, the temperatures are lower, so it's all kind of a wash. It feels basically the same, very warm and a bit humid out there. Here's your live look at the Marsh Walk in Murrells Inlet, looking back to the, whoa, look at that guy fly right at us. That was awesome. That was a crow. Anyway, no clouds in the sky right now. Here's your forecast as we head through the evening hours. Basically clear, temperatures falling into the mid-70s, so it will be warm and dry. More hot weather is on the way as we head through the next couple of days. I'll tell you more about that in a little while. You know, although our storm chances will increase later over the weekend, meteorologist Kevin Jacobs joins us with the impact of the two-storm system in today's weather quick hits that could be headed our way.
Ed, we're talking about severe storms that left behind a path of destruction.
There's a whole row where there should be trailers that there's nothing but debris.
Tonight, more severe storms are expected across the Midwest. Severe storms stretched from Texas to Wisconsin last night. 3 tornadoes were reported in Wisconsin, killing 1 person and injured dozens more. Reports of a tornado near the Texas Panhandle and the Oklahoma line damaged 30 homes and businesses. Tonight, a total of 25 tornadoes were reported in that area. From tornadoes to a late season snowstorm ongoing out west. This video captured in the Sierras yesterday. Tonight, winter storm warnings are in effect for several western states. Parts of Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and Colorado bracing for heavy snow. The spring snowstorm could produce upwards of 2 feet of snow, especially for the higher elevations. Some people there thought they were done with the snow by now. Others say it's refreshing. That's a look at your weather quick hits.
Well, Chelsea Manning, the Army soldier convicted of leaking national security secrets, is out of prison tonight. Manning was convicted of espionage in 2013 after admitting to illegally sending hundreds of thousands of classified documents to WikiLeaks. She was a former intelligence analyst and received a 35-year prison sentence in 2013. Manning is transgender and entered prison as Bradley Manning. Former President Barack Obama commuted her sentence just before leaving office. Manning will remain active duty but unpaid. Well, it appears former Bachelor star Chris Soules is ready to go to trial. Police say Soules was behind the wheel of a pickup truck and rear-ended a tractor driven by one of his neighbors. This happened in Iowa. His neighbor died. Soules pleaded not guilty to charges of leaving the scene of an accident. He's also asking for a speedy trial and for a trial date to be set.
North Carolina lawmakers are pushing to stop the state from becoming the only remaining state that automatically tries 16 and 17-year-olds for crimes as adults. The Raise the Age bill is being debated on the House floor tonight. The measure would take effect in 2019 and would shift misdemeanor and non-violent felony cases to juvenile court. A competing Senate proposal would only shift misdemeanor cases.
Time now for ABC 15 News Ways on Time Traffic, sponsored by Johnny Gardner Law Group.
All right, we're taking a look at Highway 501 tonight, and as you can see, traffic is backed up in both lanes right there at Burning Ridge Road, so you can expect some big delays there. Also, as we move on down, traffic slowed down to 17 miles per hour, and it gets worse as you go towards Carolina Forest. So, yeah, there's a lot going on there on Highway 501 tonight. Just a reminder, you can join our Waze team. Once you download the app, just click on your profile picture, go to Teams, and select the ABC 15 traffic team. Well, a phone book company in New Mexico is apologizing for its latest publication. The book has a map of the United States backwards. The defect appears to be a printing error, but it's a big one for the Albuquerque area. Tourists and locals say people have a hard enough time figuring out where New Mexico is. Representatives for the company say they're sorry, but they have no plans of reprinting.
A man is suing a woman for texting during their movie date. Brandon Vesmar says that date was ruined and the woman violated the theater's policy. Vesmar is seeking $17.31 in his lawsuit. He says she would not put down her phone and sent texts throughout the movie.
It's a principled action against a person who exhibited really insulting behavior towards me and towards everyone else.
He met the woman on a dating app 7 days before that bad movie date.
We have an ABC 15 consumer report for you. It's no secret today's toys can do a lot more than they used to, really. So most young kids are playing with toys that connect them to the internet, like this little bear. It comes with Bluetooth connections, but parents and children can record and send messages to each other through the internet using an app. But we have a warning for you. A security researcher says the toy's maker, Spiral Toys, says that its servers weren't adequately protected and user emails and passwords were vulnerable to hackers.
Exposing personal data could put your child at risk for identity theft or even credit card fraud down the road. And the worst case scenario, though very remote, is that that information could be used in a child abduction.
You know, 2 years ago, a hacker attacked toy maker VTech, exposing the profiles of more than 6 million children, which also makes parents' information vulnerable too. Recently, the Federal Trade Commission announced it's reviewing privacy and security complaints of 2 internet-connected toys, IQ Robot and My Friend Kayla. The doll has been banned in Germany. If you do buy these toys, play it safe and enter fake names and birthdays.
A man who was sentenced to life without parole for a murder in Horry County 17 years ago now has the chance to be a free man. Gary Wayne Bennett was convicted in 2002 for the death of 42-year-old Eva Marie Martin. Bennett has maintained his innocence since his arrest, and after pleading with the courts for nearly 2 decades, a circuit court judge recently overturned his conviction and granted him a new trial.
I'm walking out of this jail free man. That's going to happen. I know it's going to happen because I know I didn't do this.
Jail policy would not allow us to show his face. In an ABC 15 News exclusive investigative report, find out what led to Bennett's arrest and hear from Martin's daughter about her mother's murder. It's coming up tonight on ABC 15 News at 11.
A broken fire hydrant, 2 damaged businesses, and now a driver is dead. We'll have more video of this violent crash.
And it's a real-life love story, why this Japanese princess is giving up her royal status.
Welcome back. Tonight, police are investigating a horrifying crash near L.A. They say a driver crashed into a fire hydrant and split his car in half. Take a look at this. After the driver hit the fire hydrant, the car hit 2 businesses. There it goes. Police think the 21-year-old driver was going well over the speed limit, and he may have been drinking. Officials say he died on impact. And take a look at this video of a man setting a mosque on fire. Florida police say this happened in February, but they're still looking for him. They just released the video this week. Once the Islamic Society of New Tampa was on fire. You can see the man running from the scene. The mosque's front door and part of its exterior was damaged.
First warning weather with Chief Meteorologist Ed Piotrowski.
Another warm and sunny afternoon for the Eastern Carolinas. Hardly a cloud in the sky, and that's going to be the case again tomorrow as the heat sticks around. Meanwhile, on the other side of the country, it's an entirely different story. Behind this cold front, cold air has moved into the Rocky Mountains, and with another storm system pulling out of there, they're preparing for up to 3 feet of snow in the Rocky Mountains, if you can believe that. Even snow possible in Denver. Now, I know some of you are already tired of the heat and would love to see some of this cooler air coming in. It's not coming here. If anything, it's going to head toward the Great Lakes. That basically means more of the same over the coming days. All complements of high pressure sitting over us today. It'll be there again tomorrow, and you guessed it, into Friday and Saturday and Sunday as well. High pressure will eventually break down and head out to sea as a trough of low pressure actually moves in, and this U shape you see here brings in moisture, so that will lead to a better chance for some showers and storms by the time we get to Monday, and that will keep our temperatures in the 80s instead of up near 90 degrees. All right, here's your forecast as we head through tomorrow. And overall, very much like today, up near 90 across the PD and on the border belt, mid-80s along the immediate coast. I don't think we'll break any records as we head through the daytime tomorrow. It is going to be mostly sunny with a southerly wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Friday, really not much change, right around 90, 91 in many areas inland, mid-80s down at the beaches. And we do not have a shot at all at the records on Friday. Florence's record is 98. Myrtle Beach's is 90. We won't get anywhere close to those numbers across the PD and on the border belt, or of course on the Grand Strand. Thankfully, our humidity is nowhere near summertime levels. Remember, dew points are a good measure of moisture in the atmosphere. In the middle of the summertime, dew points can be in the low to mid 70s, sometimes even in the upper 70s, making it feel horrible out there. Our dew points are in the 60s or close to it today, especially inland. We'll climb into the mid 60s as we head through the rest of the week and into the weekend. Of course, a little more humid down by the beaches. So not to summertime levels, but a little bit more humidity each and every afternoon to make it feel just a little bit hotter. We head into the weekend, and Saturday still looks like it's going to be fairly hot, mid-80s at the beaches to near 90 inland, but it looks mostly sunny and just a bit humid. By the time we get to Sunday, enough moisture around and a weak cold front approaching that we could see a shower or thunderstorm pop up in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny. Temperatures remain well above normal in the 80s. Beyond Sunday, we're expecting a better chance for some showers and storms on Monday, 82. Still a small chance Tuesday, and yet another chance as we head into the daytime on Wednesday. So things, as we head through the early and middle part of next week, get a little bit more unsettled. Temperatures come down as well. Inland, look for highs in the low to mid 80s. Best chance of some showers and storms will be Monday and Wednesday.
Looking at headlines from around the world now, a bee swarm passed over a road in southeast London and caused quite a mess during rush hour. Abby Herring captured this video yesterday. It shows the bees buzzing around while people try to escape the pests. Experts were called in, and after several hours, that swarm was safely relocated. Japanese Princess Mako is giving up her royal status, and it's all in the name of love. The 25-year-old granddaughter of Emperor Akito is planning to become engaged to a law firm worker and graduate student. And a centuries-old law says any person of the imperial family who marries a commoner must give up royal status. The news has many concerned about a shrinking imperial family. Currently, the family has 19 members, 14 of whom are women.
Well, check out that awesome sand sculpture being created. We'll show you where you can find the finished product and see it up close and personal for yourself.
The following segment is sponsored by Youth Sports of the Americas.
In our partnership with Youth Sports of the Americas, a renowned expert explains to us how to balance athletics and life off the court. It's today's Your Winning Ways. We all know the effort it takes to win in sports. It takes practice, patience, and persistence. But life outside athletics is just as imperative.
The identity of an individual cannot be their competitive results.
Renowned expert and tennis coach Lorenzo Baltrame specializes in mental preparedness. He's coached pros such as Jim Courier and Pete Sampras. He says balancing life off the court or field is all about focus and time.
It's a question of managing time and energy in an appropriate way so that you dedicate the right amount of time for the activity.
For example, when practicing, That's the time to concentrate and execute. But when an athlete takes a day off, spend time with family or friends and be present.
I definitely want them to work very hard as a coach and as a mentor, but I want them to balance that work with recovery time that can be identified as spending time with your friends.
Taking the day off leads to a better performance down the road. So when it comes to performance time, you've struck the perfect balance. For more information, log on to youthsportsoftheamericas.org.
You're watching ABC 15 News at 5.
Right now on Litchfield Beach near the Litchfield Inn, some students are creating a huge sand sculpture.
Yeah, they're from Lander University in Greenwood. 14 students and 3 professors were inspired to make the sculptures, and as you're about to hear, they're really excited.
It's been awesome because usually as an artist we work in our own private spaces or in our studio, and to be out in the public and to get to talk to people about what we do and getting their feedback on what we've done is really cool, and it's really enjoyable.
So if you're near Litchfield Beach anytime soon, you can watch the group work. They'll be on the beach tomorrow and Saturday from 9 until 3. Well, ABC 15 is getting ready to unveil a new way for you to interact with us. It's called the Burst app. Here's a sneak peek.
Hey everybody, I'm Crystal Costa.
And I'm Matt Barber. We want to show you a new way you can share your pictures and videos with us here at ABC 15 News.
Then you can see them on air and across our digital platforms.
All you have to do is go to burst.com/WPDE on your desktop or mobile device.
You can scroll through our categories, upload your images from your library, or record them with your phone, then title it and leave your name and email.
Within seconds, we've got it.
And here's what we're working on for ABC 15 News at 6. Barefoot Landing looks a little different these days. We'll show you the new businesses being added.
And the chaos in Washington this week has consumed the nation, really. So how can Republicans work on their agenda of reforming health care and protecting us from terrorists with all the distractions? We'll take a closer look.
And with the mercury rising, some reminders tonight if you're heading to the playground or the beach over the next few days.
And how long will this hot weather stick around? I'll have the answer for you coming up on ABC 15 News at 6. We'll see you shortly.
I think they care. Hey, a photo shared hundreds of times on Facebook has people questioning the litter in North Myrtle Beach. Thank you.
Arrest warrants say Juwanty Harrington